let this song envelop in your heart. I know you guys know this song. Let it just percolate in your mind wherever you heard this tune from. You hear that cymbal clashing, don't you just feel inspired? Feel like you want to do greatness. Hoist the trophy over your head while you stand on the pedestal at middle stage. Say, here I am, competing nations. Welcome to the Olympic Games. Yes. You guys feel that? Are you guys inspired yet? It's okay. We're going to go ahead and learn about the Olympic Games here. I'm sorry about that. Let me go ahead and pull up my real PowerPoint for you guys, but I hope you guys are straight up hyped for about learning about the Olympics then and now. Okay? So, what I want you guys to do here is, first off, I want to go ahead and introduce myself. I am your educator, English educator in this hall class. I am Mr. Hosendorf, and I'm very pumped to go ahead and start this lesson off with the Olympics. You will not find anything else with so much virtue, so much passion, so much nationality, team hoodmanship that you will not get from the Olympics. It starts back from the past days, and now we see it matriculated to what it is, the greatness that it is today in the present. So go ahead. What I want you guys to do is follow along with me in this PowerPoint, and you guys probably learn the little things. You're also going to apply a few other things that you guys learn here, and I got some quick hot links for you guys to check out, okay? Follow along. All right, so a lesson objective here. You guys, the students, you'll be able to recognize the Olympics, the competing nation, the athletes, the events, and themes. So everything that surrounds the Olympics, the passion, the fire, the athletes, the events, the whole atmosphere of the Olympics, you will find it out here. All right, students will be able to understand the aims of ancient Olympics while connecting ancient to present day Olympic themes. So you guys are going to look at the ancient Greco-Roman Olympics, that one that we see back in the day. You might even consider it with Hercules, Athens, Romans. It's the whole beginning, the origins of the Olympics to what we're doing now in present day. Here are some of the standards that you guys are going to go ahead and be able to look at. Different types of sources, whether it's digital. Here you're going to be seeing digital unless you guys go off and research and do your own thing with research. And then you guys are also going to be able to discuss some of the things that we talk about today. You guys will be able to look through those hot links on your own time and then be able to go ahead and talk about that. Also be able to present your findings in a PowerPoint or topic square that we will get to a little bit later. All right? You guys still following along with me? For sure, so let's get to it. All right, so ancient versus modern Olympics, okay? So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this little link. We're gonna watch a couple seconds of it today here, and then we're gonna go ahead and get back into our
Let's talk about ancient versus modern Olympics. How did the ancient games, created by the Greeks in 776 BC, compare to the modern Olympics, specifically Sochi? Ancient Olympics featured track and field events like javelin, discus, and the pancration.
Pancration!
A hybrid form of wrestling boxing where everything was legal except biting and eye gouging.
Tasteful,
the modern
huh?
Olympics has curling. 400 other awesome events like ski jumping, alpine skiing, biathlon, bobsleigh, cross
You guys have to research this one. Research all those events right
but
there.
nothing quite as intense as modern Olympic Games have been hosted by 40 different cities. Over 204 nations have participated. The ancient Olympics were held every year at Olympia, Greece. And only Greek men could compete.
Check that out.
In modern times, false starts, illegal equipment, and steroids get punished by disqualifications or bans. 63 athletes have even been stripped of their medals. If you made a false start in the ancient Olympics, they beat the crap out of you. Ancient Greek historian Herodotus called it a sound thrashing. Modern Olympic uniforms are the pinnacle of performance. Speedos spent millions of dollars on a new swimsuit just to shave off milliseconds, whereas ancient Olympians were stark naked. the sweat on their glorious bodies glistening in the sun. And no amount of fancy spandex can ever top that. Ah! The ancient Olympics wins the gold. Your move, Sochi.
Alrighty. So that's just a little precursor into what we're gonna get into, ancient and modern Olympics there, okay? So the first question I want you guys to look at here is, what do you know about the Olympics? If you were participating, what event would you like to participate in? Just a little idea. Go ahead and take a couple seconds and tell me about your thoughts there, okay? But first off, I just want to remind you guys to, while we're going through this this PowerPoint here, I want you guys to take down the major themes and people, events, and locations, especially the vocabulary. If you guys see on this first page, major vocabulary words will be highlighted. So please take those down. I'll probably be asking you guys about those after this, okay? All right, so the ancient games. Here's a couple hot links that I'm going to have you guys go through yourself. These kind of go ahead and talk about the people that originate the Olympics. Also, some of the top Olympic ancient athletes right there, and where the ancient Olympics were ran. Okay, and when you guys get through, I want you guys to go ahead and revisit these questions. Who could join the Greco-Roman Olympic Games? Think about back in the day where we only had a specific gender that could go ahead and compete. Question number 3, reflect on the origins of the Olympics. What was the importance of the ancient Olympic Games back in that time, okay? So Olympic Games mean something nowadays, but they meant a total different thing. Why did they compete, okay? So go ahead and check those out. Keeping it going, now we'll get into some time, some extra time, so era. So think about this, in 776 BC, the earliest recorded date for the Olympics. So this is basically the first instant of the Olympic Games in 776 BC until 394 AD. At the time, the Olympics were ended by the Romans, okay? So we might need to go ahead and look into a little bit more of why the downfall of the Olympics was caused by the Romans in this time, okay? So I have a link right there. I want you guys to check that. And I want you guys to go ahead and summarize on this page. What were some of the major cultures involved in the Olympics and the downfall and the rise of this in ancient times, okay? Here we go. Ancient times in 1684. The 1684 ancient Olympics would change from one-day event to a 3-day event. That's a big major time right there. Just think about condensing all those events into one day. Good thing that they spread it out, right? Eventually, the Olympics were extended to 5 days. Wow, now we got a whole week just to go and enjoy some primo athletics, okay? So something that's one day that got spread out to 5, a big change right there. How do you think an athlete would feel if the Olympics got changed from one day event to a 3-day event? So you're already in the mindset that you're going to go ahead and give out all your athletic prowess on one day, and then someone says, hey, we're going to change the date from 1 to 5. How would you go ahead and manage yourself now? And question number 6, does it bother you that athletes in this time, in 1684, competed naked, okay? So if you saw in the first video, yes, in this time they did compete naked. Nowadays we have the top athletes, so we have the proper uniforms for them, okay? Go ahead, take some time to go ahead and check those out. I'm going to keep on going. Here we go. So welcome to the modern days. Here we go. So you can see on the side I have a few flags of the competing nations. There's multiple competing nations. You guys saw that in the video, okay? I do also have hot links here for you guys so you guys can go ahead and check in. But by the end of this, I want you guys to go ahead and pick 3 athletes or competing nations to do some research on, okay? That's going to be the basis of what you guys are going to do in the end for your culminating assessment, whether it's going to be that opening day mock Olympic thing, or you guys can compare and contrast themes from ancient to modern Olympics, okay? So question number 7, do you appreciate how far the Olympics has progressed over the years? Think about from ancient times to now. Wow, we have come from a long way, okay? So let's go ahead and keep on going here. The modern games, okay? So modern era, 1896 to 1908, okay? So we have a guy named Pierre de Coubertin. He started to revive the games again, okay? So it kind of died out. Remember the rise and the fall of the Olympics. Then they kind of came back with this guy. He's a revolutionary, the Grandmaster as I call him, he decided to go ahead and form a council, so the IOC, the International Olympic Caucus, to go ahead and decide where the Olympics was going to be hosted for every 4 years. Remember that the Olympics are hosted every 4 years, okay? And at this time, the competitors jumped up from 311 competitors to 2,082. And if you guys remember that video that we watched in the beginning, we have a lot more competitors nowadays, okay? So I want you guys to go ahead and check out this Grandmaster Pierre de Coubertin and see what kind of outcomes happened after this this rise in participation. My question for you guys: to become an athlete in the modern games, do you agree with the rise in participation? You had a clear chance. You have 301 or 300. You basically have 311 times right now. You have 311 people. You have a chance to win the gold out of 311 people. Now you have a chance to win the gold out of 2,082. There's more competition. How do you feel as an athlete? Do you like the feel of being an athlete with more competitors, or did you like the simple task? Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Modern games, okay? So 1924 to 1968, the Winter Olympics included Olympic Games during this time. The Winter Olympics were held at the same time. Nazi Germany, so this is the big key point right here. Adolf Hitler used the Olympic Games to see that his theories, that his race was superior at the time. But there was a hero at this game, and his name was Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals for the USA. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and check into Jesse Owens and Nazi Germany's orchestras in this time. And go ahead and do some research on there. In 1968, this is when the Olympics got changed to Mexico. And at first, people thought it was unfair because due to the climate, not a lot of resources there. But good thing about this Olympics, a lot of records were broken and set, especially in the male events. I think there was a big uprising in 1968 in male events, okay? Now, I did put a link here, and I want you to start thinking about in the mind frame of what nation you guys are interested in researching, because this is the nation that you guys are going to be looking at a lot in your compare and contrast or your mock ceremony, okay? So, I think I have one more slide for you guys. So this is the present day games, from 1994 to 2000 now. Okay, the Winter Olympics are changed now, and now they're changed now to about 2 years after the Summer Olympics. So now you have the Summer Olympics, and then after that, so you have your Summer Olympics every 4 years, and then right after that you have the Winter Olympics, which is held 2 years after. Here's some of the sports that you guys should, and I didn't want to highlight all of them. I should have started highlighting some of them for you guys, but go ahead, and I want you guys to research these words too, because these are the events that these athletes participate in, summer and winter, and in this present day now. Okay, you probably seen some of these sports around the high school, and you guys probably yourself participate in some of these sports, so you guys probably feel real connected to this, okay? And I do have a list of all the Summer and Winter Olympics straight to the Olympic website. So question number 10, what event would you want to compete in for a medal? What is the importance of competing for your nation? The glory, the grandeur, and the respect, okay? Now, these are some of the active leagues, okay? So now at this time, I want you guys to go ahead and take this information and go ahead and learn a little bit more about the Olympic key figures, okay? All right, thank you for listening, and I'll get with you guys after.